Well, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Christmas Eve or Merry Christmas Eve. I'm Chief Meteorologist Marcus Walter. And as we look ahead toward the overnight into Christmas Day, we are tracking the threat once again for fog. Now, at the moment, we have a dense fog advisory already in place for parts of our viewing area. This will stay active at least through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, Christmas morning. So if you have any early Christmas morning travel plans, whether you're catching flights or traveling around the region, give yourself extra time and expect some delays because of the low visibility. Now, as we look at the visibility forecast, it shows that we'll have numbers less than a half mile toward Natchez, down to about 2.5 miles or a little bit less than 2.5 miles in Monroe, and even lower for Ruston and El Dorado. So visibility will once again be an issue for us as we head through the early part of Christmas Day. But fortunately, the wind picks up as we head into Friday, and so we'll see less of a fog threat then. But that brings us to our Christmas Day forecast. We're looking at temperatures still peaking near 80 degrees, but we will have that morning fog around and we'll have clearer conditions for the afternoon. Now, in terms of what we're dealing with now, we're sitting in the mid 70s. That fog did have an impact on our temperatures. We're a little cooler right now compared to where we were this time yesterday, but we still are expecting temperatures to reach into the upper 70s this afternoon before sunset. At the moment, we have falling air pressure, but generally high pressure is still in control, and that'll be the case through the weekend. Here's a look at additional temperatures. We see numbers in the low to high 70s at this hour. Our warmest location is Natchez at 78 degrees. Again, we're in the mid 70s here in Monroe. Now, as we look across the nation, we're noticing a lot of warmth stretching north well into places like Wyoming and Montana. Even Denver sitting at 70 degrees on Christmas Eve, exceptionally warm for them. 83 degrees toward Amarillo, 80 degrees toward Dallas. Again, a lot of heat out there. And if you're traveling anywhere across the U.S., most of travel should be fairly easy, but we'll be tracking a disturbance that'll bring snow to parts of the north and east as we head into Friday. Right now it's quiet though, and we're noticing most of the activity across the west coast of the U.S. In particular for Southern California, they're getting a lot of heavy rain as an atmospheric river continues to pump moisture right across that region. They've already had reports of flooded roadways and even some minor landslides, mudslides. So we'll be watching for that and what happens with them over the next couple of days. Expect to hear that talked about during the national news broadcast. Now, here's a look at the planner. We're looking at temperatures by 6 p.m. down into the upper 60s. Then by midnight, we'll be down to the low 60s. And that's pretty much it for our temperatures. We will stay warm as we head throughout the overnight. And as we look toward Christmas Day, we'll see temperatures reaching into the upper 70s. It will be warm. We'll likely top out at 80 degrees during Christmas Day in the afternoon. And then we go even higher potentially as we head into Friday and also into Saturday. So a lot of warmth on the way. And it looks like the warmth holds on as we head into Sunday as well. That's because of a cold front that's slowing down. So it'll take a little longer to reach us. So that heat will continue to be with us on Sunday. But it does reach us. And by the time we get to Monday, we see cold air spilling in. And that shows you what we're expecting. By 3 p.m. Monday afternoon, we'll see temperatures in the upper 40s, likely with feels like conditions in the upper 30s and low 40s. And then by Tuesday morning, we will start out below freezing all across the Arklamas. This is not a situation where you need to cover your pipes. But again, we're talking about cold air on the way. Don't get caught off guard by the warm weather now. Know that we are in winter and that colder air will eventually move in. Now, what's happening with our weather? We have this ridge that's been in place, but this trough that's bringing a lot of wet weather to the west coast. This trough eventually pushes east, and as it does so, it leads to a cold front sweeping across our region as we head toward late Sunday into Monday. And as that happens, that opens the door for colder air to spill across our region. But it will be brief. We're expecting warmer conditions by the time we get to New Year's Eve. So as we talk about the forecast for tonight, we're expecting more dense fog to develop. We'll see temperatures down to about 60 degrees, and we'll have a calm wind out there as well. And then tomorrow, after the fog burns off, we'll see temperatures peaking at 80 degrees on Christmas Day, just a few degrees away from tying a record. We'll talk more about what's on the way for the holiday tonight at 5 p.m. Make sure to tune in then.